I'm going to be showing you how we make a chicken bone broth. A lot of people know that bone broth is a health food, which is fantastic. Why it's a health food is because it's very, very dense in vitamins and minerals. You're cooking the bones for a very long time, so it's allowing all of the minerals to come out into the stock that you're making. It also contains gelatin from the bones that you're making, which is great for bone and joint health. It's also going to help you finish a fast. So basically, at the end of a fast, when you're preparing to eat food again, bone broth is a fantastic food to consume because it's super gentle on the gut and it gets things ready. So basically, you want to start with roasted bones. It gives a better flavor to the broth. You can use raw bones, that's totally fine. I always prefer to cook them. It's a really good idea too to have a roast chicken so that you're all eating as a family, and then you can use the bones here. I have bought ours in bulk, so I've just put them in the oven for half an hour at about 200 degrees. So I'm now going to, these are just chicken frames. If you don't want to eat a chicken itself, you can always buy chicken frames. So these are organic chicken frames from our local organic grocer. I'm just going to put them in the pot here. Going to add, I've got about 2 liters of water here. Basically, you want purified filtered water and fill to above the chicken frames. About 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw apple cider vinegar. Now what this is going to do, it's going to help the nutrients release from the bones. It's going to help all of those minerals come out. So I'm going to pour in my apple cider vinegar, and now I'm going to leave that for about an hour before I add in my other ingredients and start cooking. So now that the chicken has sat with the vinegar for an hour, it's time to get things cooking. So I have my vegetables here that I'm going to add into the pot. So I have 1 brown onion, and I've cut the ends off that. I've also taken off the skin. I have 3 celery stalks, and we're going to use all of it. So I've just chopped it down so that I can poke it in there in between the water and the chicken. And then I have 2 carrots as well, same thing, just cut off the top. I don't skin them either because there are still nutrients in the skin. I just give them a wash and make sure that they're clean. So now I'm going to add my salt. Now this is pink Australian lake salt, so it's a natural salt. I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons. You can avoid putting the salt altogether and then add it to your broth once it's done, but I prefer to do it at the beginning. So I'm going to get that salt in there. And then about 10 black peppercorns, whole black peppercorns. Now we're going to add in our veggies, and see already the impurities have started to rise to the surface. Now we want to clear them out. But first I'm going to add my veg in there. Now you want to be close to the stock while it's cooking so that you can skim off the impurities and you can just keep an eye on it. I would say on a high heat for probably half an hour, and then you take it down to a very, very low heat. I go to about 1 or 2 on our induction cooker here. Constantly skimming off the impurities, and you want to leave it for about 8 hours. I prefer to leave mine for 12, and you do notice a difference. If this is something that you rush and you do for say an hour, you're not going to get all of those minerals out of the bones. It's not going to be gelatinous either, so there's a big difference. Be patient. It's a super easy broth recipe to follow, and it pays up.